I'm sorry that Maureen and I aren't able to be there, but I'm privileged to be able to say a word. Jeanette and I have been raised together as children with a relative, made us very close. And when we came out to Bible school, then Jeanette came out, lived with us for a while. So that meant an awful lot to us. It's that time, of course, that we met Joe. He was a Navy veteran and was a truck driver for LA, and he had his own motorcycle, so we really thought he was something. But he also had an eye for Jeanette at the time. And by the way, true story, there was a guy dating her and told her that if she wouldn't marry him, he'd shoot himself. I mean, really. But I'm glad Joe won that contest. But at any rate, I remember the first time I met him, and what shall I say? Joe just seemed like the real deal. I think that's the right. That doesn't mean he was perfect. He wasn't, and none of us are. But at any rate, I knew he had a great heart for God. I remember especially the first time I heard him pray, how intense was his relationship with the Lord. And so he became, in a way, more than a brother-in-law. He really became a brother to me. And after they moved back that way, he called me quite a bit. We talked a lot. We, by the way, were always trying to reform the institutional church. But at any rate, we got to visit an awful lot. And I remember the first time we came up to the country, up to the farm with him, and he'd stop by and see so many people. And I remember one farmer we came to, and Joe said to him, I'll never forget the phrase, "Hey, do you want to church with me?" And he didn't mean go to church. He meant, he was using that noun as a verb. You want to be involved with me in spiritual things. But anyway, we greatly loved him, and especially I did, for that down-to-earth way. And it occurred to me that reality about Joe sort of reminds me of our future. We often think we all go to heaven. Well, we sort of do, by the way, but we really go to a new heavens and a new earth. See, this earth is going to be renovated just like our body, and it's going to be a very real thing. Jesus was here after his resurrection for 40 days, and they knew who he was. They recognized the nail prints. And besides, he ate and drank with them. Matter of fact, he fixed breakfast one morning on the Sea of Galilee. So the point I'm making is that earthiness, that reality. And Joe was, I think, a man as God meant a man to be. And that just stays with me. I remember Jesus said that the kingdom of God is like a child. So that's, again, just so real, so plain. So I just feel so strong about that, and Joe was just great at it. I've sometimes thought, if they had a tombstone for Joe, all they do is put the word Joe. I think half the people in northeast Oklahoma knows who I'm talking about it because of his personality in life. So we send our love and prayers and thank God for Joe.